Hello and welcome back. I'm Robert, and this is the Balanced Blueprint podcast, where we talk about the balance between a healthy mind, a healthy body, and hopefully a healthy bank account. So today I wanted to talk about starting a YouTube channel. And I'm in my mid 50s. I won't tell you exactly, not that it really matters. And I wanted to start a YouTube channel for several years, but I always put it off, never did it because I thought, for one, I didn't really have anything to say, which I was wrong because I talk a lot. Number two, it's just for the young people. I'm not going to be able to be successful or get monetized or anything like that. I was also wrong about that. So I just one day when my income had changed because of a loss of a part-time job I had for 15 years actually. I was a sysadmin part-time for a company that did a lot of remote work. And I decided that I wanted, for one, to take my earnings into my own hands. Number two, I'm hoping to be able to replace the income that I lost with that job. So I decided to just do it and start a YouTube channel. And now it's been 9 months since I started that journey. And I have actually 3 channels and another podcast I'm doing with a buddy of mine. 2 of those 3 channels are monetized. One is a gaming channel that isn't monetized yet. I'm hoping to be able to get it monetized. It's got the subscribers. It just doesn't have quite the watch hours, but it's close. I'm like 3,800 watch hours. But the gaming channel was just something I thought, I'm already gaming. I do it all the time anyways. Why don't I just stream it? It's not going to matter one way or the other because I'm already gaming. So why not? But through this entire 9 months, I've done so much research and watching YouTube videos and reading other people's, blogs. And gosh, I've consumed so much content. It's like mind blowing. And it literally has hurt my head sometimes. But, one thing I've learned is first, there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of people that are doing YouTube that they are making money, but they're only making money because they're selling you something. Basically, they just keep telling you the same thing over and over. There are a lot of good people out there, like Greg Gottfried. I came across him. There's a link in my description if you want to look at his course. But you don't even need to buy anything to do this process. And that's kind of what I want this channel to be about is helping people my age, late 40s, early mid 50s, maybe even in your 60s, get started on YouTube. And it's not as scary as it seems. I can tell you that talking into a camera the first time I did it, yes, it was a little awkward, but it's just like anything. The more you do it, the more repetitions you put in, the better you're going to end up being at it. So just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. And, one thing that a lot of good content creators say is just improve one thing every time you get in front of a camera and continue with your process, and you're going to end up being successful. And I can say there is truth to that. Now, there is a ton of free information out there on how to do this, but unfortunately, it's so widespread and not everybody has the exact same message. There are a few people that do, but not everybody does. So it becomes a little confusing of how to decipher some of this information to know, like, what direction do you go in. And what I've come up with is there's 3 things you need to do and or know to start a YouTube channel. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what your profession is. It doesn't even matter what niche you want to go into, because these 3 things will kind of help you get in that direction of exactly what you need to focus on. And again, If you're doing this because you want to do it, because you want to make content, you're not like looking to monetize anything, you just enjoy doing it or want to start doing it, then just do it. Do whatever makes you happy. Do it however you want to do it. You don't need fancy equipment. You need a cell phone, and that's pretty much it. If you look at this video I just recently published um, on my channel here, I just, I grabbed my phone and I just did a quick video because I had something on my mind and I just recorded it. And I'm going to actually start doing that on a pretty regular basis because it was actually really therapeutic. But you don't have to get complicated. And that's where a lot of people are getting scared or confused, is that they think they have to have all this equipment. Yes, I have a nice microphone. This camera right here is a webcam. It's not a $3,000 DSLR, Sony or Canon or whatever. It's a Logitech Brio 4K webcam. And it does a fantastic job. A lot of these web platforms like I'm using here, this is actually Streamlabs, which Streamlabs has been a fantastic product. Let me just tell you. I'm going to actually do a whole video on Streamlabs because there's so much and it's so inexpensive and they have such fantastic free products. It's like, why would you not use it? But that's another video. So like the most web content creation platforms like Streamlabs, Descript, and those others, they limit you to 1080p at 30 frames per second anyways. So even if that's the only camera you had, that's going to work fine. But see, most cell phone cameras, even the selfie camera, is high definition. So you're going to get great video. It doesn't matter. You just have to start. So in this podcast episode, I'm going to go over the 3 things that I have learned that you need to know to start. And it literally is that simple, because once you have these 3 things down, it'll set you in the direction that you need to go. And then you can expand from there, or you can narrow your focus into a real specific niche. But this will get you in the right track, because then you're going to have an understanding of why you're doing what you're doing. So the first thing you need to know is who. Who are you going to be creating your videos for? Is it just for yourself because you just want to do it? If that's the case, just go for it. It doesn't matter what your audience is. If you just want to do it, do it. But if there's a specific, segment of people that you want to talk to, like, for example, myself, let's take this channel and me. This channel and myself is dedicated to wanting to help people that are in their late 40s, early mid 50s, 60s that want to start a YouTube channel. It doesn't matter what the reason. Because a lot of my generation, I find, aren't doing it because they think that no one would care, or no one would listen, or that they're too old, or that they have nothing to say. And all of that is untrue. Because let me tell you something. We in this generation have been through a lot. You've been through a lot personally in your own life, and only you have lived it, and only you can tell that story. And there are people out there that will want to listen to that story, and that will be able to get a benefit from listening to that story. And it will help them in whatever way that they are seeking, right? So, like, if you came across this channel, then that means that you are searching for a way to earn extra money online. You want to use YouTube to do it, or maybe even other social media platforms, but it all stems around video. So you're searching how to create videos to earn money online, or you just like, how do I start a YouTube channel? That's what brought you to this channel. And if you're in my age group, I encourage you to subscribe, like, follow along, because you're the person that I want to help. So you are my who. The next thing is why. Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? Again, you don't have to have a specific reason. If it's just because, then just go for it. In my case, I want to use my experience, the things that have happened to me, and my passion and drive to help others achieve what they want to achieve on YouTube and in digital type platforms. So that's my why, because I want to help. I want to give something back. I'm not here just to sell you a bunch of stuff. I don't even have any products to sell. I do link Greg Godfrey's course in my description because he is the one person that I came across on YouTube that he has tons of free content that is extremely helpful. It'll really guide you in the direction you need to go. But that course was inexpensive compared to all the others. Okay. But it dives much deeper into the processes, and he has different facets of things you can do to earn money online. Maybe you're a creative person, right? And so let's say you started looking on how to create a YouTube channel because your why is you want to make extra money. Well, he has multiple ways that he shows you how you can do that using YouTube and using other platforms. One is print on demand. I have a print on demand uh, store, and you'll see some products floating around, some t-shirts. It hasn't really sold much. I mean, I've sold a couple of items, but I don't put a lot of focus on it. I probably should, but it's a way that you can merchandise yourself, right? If you have a, something that you want to get out there that you feel is a creative part of you, show it, right? So, anyways, his course really goes deep into that, and it's extremely valuable and it's well worth it. And that's what helped me get 2 channels monetized in a matter of 9 months. So the third thing is how. How are you going to start a YouTube channel? How are you going to help the people that you're wanting to talk to? How are you going to earn money online? And that's where people, I think, get more caught up in than the rest of the things, is because they feel like they have this big production, and you don't. You don't even need to be that super great on camera. You know what? There's so many people I watch that they just are themselves, and that's all you need to be. When I first started this, I used to try to, like, fit a mold of what a YouTuber or a podcaster or whatever you want to call it is supposed to be like. But the more I went through it, the more I realized I just need to be me. All the gaffes, all the mess ups and mix ups and funny things and whatever the case may be, I just need to be me. And when I started just being me, I started being more successful, because people want genuine. People want to see somebody who's genuinely doing things because they want to do it, not because it's some big production that they're putting on in hoping to take your money. Again, if you want to buy a t-shirt or something or a mug to help support the channel, man, that would be amazing. But I'm not, it's not why I'm here. If you want to buy Greg's course, that would be amazing too, because I am an affiliate of that course. So I would make a small commission. But you know what? You don't want to buy it, go to his YouTube channel, Greg Gottfried, and there's tons of free information, tons, super helpful. Follow along here, ask me questions. Let's go through this whole process together, because when I first started, it was very nerve-wracking. It was very daunting, and I put way too much thought into the how process of cameras and equipment, and I spent money I didn't need to spend, but I have it. I use it. It is nice equipment, but it's not necessary. There's so many people I see that are just using their cell phones because cell phones these days, the cameras on them are fantastic. They're great. And they're more than capable of filming some even in 8K, but you can film 4K, 2K, 1080p. My Samsung S23 Ultra, I can use the back camera and film in 4K at 60 frames per second. That's a really high quality video. So you have that capability probably in your hand already. So I just encourage you to use it, right? So I just wanted to do this podcast to kind of encourage you to not get tied up on details. Just sit down and think about who you want to talk to, why you want to talk to them, and how you're going to talk to them. And then hit that record button and just go. And then you can refine your process as you go along. And then when your channel gets monetized and you start bringing a little bit of money in, then you can maybe invest back into your channel and buy better equipment. But again, it's not that necessary. People say, oh, don't use overhead lighting. You know what? If that's all you got, turn your lights on. It doesn't matter. Use your cell phone. It doesn't matter. If you have something you want to say, something you want to show, a story you want to tell, then tell it. If you want assistance on how the process is to, go out and set up the channel, create banners, create your profile picture, create thumbnails, hit me up in the comment section because I'll give you all the information I know free of charge. There's no charge. I just want to help. And there's tons of free programs out there. And I'm actually going to be doing some video segments. So you'll definitely want to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can follow along with that. I'm going to be doing some video segments on the tools I use and the free ones. And there are a couple paid ones, but they have been instrumental in helping me achieve what I want to achieve. I'd say probably more than half of the applications I use are free. Doesn't cost anything. So like this right here says, don't quit. Don't give up. Don't not do it because you are afraid of what someone's going to think or what someone's going to say, or who cares? We just have to get to a point in our lives that we just say, you know what, who cares? I'm doing things for me and my family or whatever your particular process or reason is. And that's all that matters. And YouTube can change people's lives. It has changed people's lives. It is changing people's lives, and it will change people's lives. And you can be part of it will change your life if you just do it. It's not as scary as it seems. There's ways you can even do videos without even showing your face on camera. You could just actually do a voiceover, right? So there's multiple ways of achieving what you want to achieve. I will say that the visual interaction, people seeing you, has been paramount for me because it builds that camaraderie. It builds that trust. You develop that relationship because people want to keep coming back and seeing you and hearing you. And I think that is a huge factor in YouTube. I know myself personally, when I go to watch videos, I much prefer watching the person who's speaking and showing me than just hearing them. It makes a big difference to me. So that's why I do what I do, is I want to be that person you see that when you hear that voice talking, hey, that's Robert. And I can show you things and you see my environment. And to me, I just feel like has more value to it. So remember, who, why, and how. Those three basic things will get you in the right direction. And then from there, you can take it wherever you want to take it. But once you have those things down, you'll be able to head in the right direction. So just stop, think about that, and there you go. Move forward. Hit that record button, whether it be your phone, whether it be a GoPro. I've got a GoPro over here. I got this camera. It doesn't matter. Just hit the record button and do it. But I would sure love it for you guys to follow along with this journey and let me help you achieve what you want to achieve and get to where you want to get. And the only thing I ask is a like and subscribe. That's it. It's free. It's a click, because that tells YouTube that you're enjoying my content. And that's what this is about. And that's one thing, when you start your channel, you have to realize you have to let YouTube know why you're doing what you're doing, what your videos are all about. And as people start watching and interacting, it tells the algorithm that your content's popular, and it keeps putting your content out. You get monetized, you earn money from AdSense revenue, and that's it. It's literally that simple. So go take a look at some other videos. And if you have any questions, comments, please hit me up. I'll absolutely get back to you. I'm really good about responding. I don't like it when people don't respond to my comments, so I make sure that I respond to people's comments. So thank you for listening. I hope you follow along in this journey and let me help you achieve your goals, and we'll see you in the next one.